Doctor and a Muggs and a DJ. Doctor's going to run you around. We're going to talk NFL. You wanted predictions. We got your predictions here. Doctor, take it away.
NFL predictions. What we're going to do here each week, we're going to pick 3 games. All of us are going to pick the same 3 games. Who's going to win and why, who's going to lose. And then we're each going to take a 4th game of our choosing and say this is a game that we bet. Like I bet you we're right that this game's going to happen and why. So,
Okay.
So that's our guaranteed game.
Okay.
The first game that we're all going to predict is going to be the Eagles versus the Ravens. The Eagles coming off
Battle of the Birds.
Tough win. Rather, should have been a loss.
Tough.
No. That made Lewis versus
I
Mike.
call it how I see it.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I
That was
threw him
good.
off there.
That was good. Mike, Vic, and his Eagles going against Flacco, who looked good last week,
Yes, he did.
and the Ravens. The Ravens look good. They beat should be a somewhat of a formidable team, Cincinnati. Eagles barely snuck by the Browns.
Is Gene Hackman still coaching Flacco?
Hackman, no, you're thinking of
Shane
Keanu
Falco.
Reeves.
Falco.
Oh, Falco.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Falco.
The
Flacco.
left
Falco.
Falco's a lefty, or Palco's a lefty.
No, Falco.
Falco's a lefty.
This is the Shane Falco, our quarterback.
Yes.
All right. And Tyler Falco was the other quarterback.
He was
in
from. He
college.
went to Erie Cathedral Prep, and then he went to Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
I've
that's
been
right.
everywhere, man.
So anyway,
Yep.
now that we got
Eagles
slightly
and
off
Ravens.
track, Eagles and Ravens, Muggsy, who's going to win and why?
Ravens. The Eagles did not impress me. I mean, Michael Vick threw 4 interceptions against the Cleveland Browns defense. How many more interceptions can he? He might match that against the Ravens defense, and he may not even have to try to do that.
You're going Ravens. Well, one would think he would throw that many interceptions. I think they're going to be much more
Yeah.
conservative with throwing their little screen passes and short,
that did-
short slants.
Because the last drive, it was pretty much like the handoff show to what's his name? McCoy, Shady McCoy.
And that is probably their best bet, being that he's their best offensive player. So
But
I think
to
the
be
Eagles
fair, the Ravens' run defense is a little bit more formidable than the Browns.
much more formidable than the Browns. And also, I really want to see how the Eagles' defense does against a better than average
Flacco,
offense.
yeah.
You know, they knocked around the kid Wheaton a little bit. He threw a bunch of picks himself.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop good running backs last year, especially early on.
Yeah.
And Ray Rice is a monster, maybe the best back in the league. So
Yeah.
and that's gonna be interesting to see. I think the Eagles are gonna. I think they're gonna show up, but I think they're gonna lose. I'm probably by 4 points, 4 to 7. I'm gonna say 27-23. I like the Ravens, and hey, start talking about Flacco because they want him to take the next step this year. Maybe he starts it this week.
Yeah, I'm going to go a little bit more. Ravens 24-14.
24-14. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
well, you know, when you talk Ravens football, it always comes back to their defense. And their defense is
Ray Lewis
It
and
is
Ed
getting
Reed.
older, but they're not showing
no,
it.
no.
But you know what? It did not show against Andy Dalton and the Bengals. Another interception and touchdown for Ed
It's
Reed.
ridiculous. I wonder how many yards he has on interception returns. In his
He has a
career.
lot.
Probably over 1,000. Huh?
Yeah.
That being said, with the Ravens defense, I will also go with Ray Rice, Rutgers alumni,
Yep.
and the Baltimore Ravens myself.
Ooh, so
3 Ravens.
All right.
Who's next
we got
up
the
there,
Bad
Doctor?
Birds. Last week, another local favorite of ours in the Northeast Pennsylvania region, the Steelers lost a tough game against the Broncos. They're playing the very polarizing New York Jets.
J-E-T, yes, Jets,
Which
Jets,
to me
Jets.
is one of the more interesting games of the week.
Well, anytime you talk Jets, it's always
Anytime something happens,
it's always
to the
about
Jets,
this quarterback that throws left-handed.
Did you notice how much it bothered the announcers the way they played? Oh, this isn't going to work. You cannot do this. I guess they can do that. Yeah.
But to be fair, Mark Sanchez after the little shovel pass intercept, I think everybody's feeling was when he did that the first series, like, oh no, here comes the old Sanchez. Let's get Tebow in there. But to be fair, Sanchez came back and he had one of the best games
They
of his
looked good
career
last
after
week.
that.
They looked good last
When
week.
they beat the Bills.
But to me, Pittsburgh losing maybe looked as good as the Jets did winning. Pittsburgh played pretty good against that tough Denver Broncos team.
Yeah.
But who I like to be Super Bowl contenders of the year.
Yeah, to be fair,
And their defense, they're a little long in the tooth as well. But
they didn't have.
Dick LeBeau was
They didn't have. They didn't have Harrison. They didn't have Brian Clark last week because he can't play in the altitude. I think both of them should be back for the defense this week, though. So that does throw the little monkey wrench in.
Plus the game's in Pittsburgh. And that's one of the tougher places to go to in the NFL. I think Pittsburgh bounces back with a win and a low-scoring game. I think the Jets' defense is going to bend but not break a lot. I see Pittsburgh kicking a lot of field goals. I like Pittsburgh. Well, low-scoring these days. I'm saying 20-13 Pittsburgh.
You know, I think we're in agreement here today too. I think I got to go with the Steelers too. I don't think they're going to start 0-2. I think 0-2 is going to be very hurtful if they want to get back to the playoffs. And like you said, it'd probably be a defensive game. I'm gonna go a little bit. I'm gonna go 20-17 Steelers in overtime.
Really?
Prediction, huh?
Well, guess who's going to break up the monotony of everybody picking
go,
the same
man.
picks?
That's what it's all about here.
Bugsy, Jets, Jets. I'm a believer in Sanchez. I think TiVo comes in, is not only throwing off the announcers, they're also keeping the defense on their toes, and it's going to make them over-prepare, and Sanchez is just going to launch it. I see another high-scoring Jets assault here of over 40 points. Little karma coming your way to
40, wow.
Ben Roethlisberger. You got a lot of karma coming your way. I'm a Steelers fan. Don't like the Ben, though. I'm taking the Jets.
Yeah. And let it be known, I'm not a Steelers fan at all.
All right.
Or a Jets fan,
All right.
for that matter.
We got one more game, right?
Yes.
Well, we got one more. Denver and Atlanta, the Monday nighter. Denver goes
Denver,
into
Atlanta
on the Monday nighter.
Monday
Interesting
night
game. Like I said, I think you know where I'm going to go. Atlanta's been that team that people have been predicting the last couple of years they're going to go to the Super Bowl. They're kind of that attractive team out there that people, you know, the professionals in the industry like to say they have enough on offense and they might have enough on defense to get to the Super Bowl. But they haven't shown it. Matt Ryan hasn't really performed in the playoffs just yet. But like they got a win last week. Denver got a win against a good Steelers team. This is an interesting game for me.
Yes, they did.
What do you think, Bugs?
You know what? Matt Ryan's been one of the best regular season quarterbacks since he got into the league. Like you said, he just hasn't done it in the playoffs.
Luckily, this game is in the regular season.
And it's at Atlanta. That's another big thing you got to take into account here. You know what? I could sit here and pick Atlanta. And I could sit here and pick Denver for a legitimate reason. I could say Atlanta, Matt Ryan. They're playing at home. He plays better at home anyways. But watching Peyton, it was like old school.
That is exactly.
That was the killer for the Steelers last week. He was in rare form.
Yeah,
He was like
two of their biggest plays.
369 razor, 369 razor.
Two of their biggest plays, you can tell Peyton
checked off
at the line.
Of scrimmage, yeah.
And he's just such a smart guy. And plus, physically, he looked pretty good to me.
But
you know?
to be quick about it, I'm going to say Atlanta because they're at home.
You're saying Atlanta because they're at home?
Yes.
I'm a big Bronco guy this year. Not only because they have enough on offense, they have those two good receivers, Demaryius Thomas and Eric Decker, a couple of good tight ends. Plus, their defense is so underrated. It really is. Von Miller might be one of a young Hall of Famer in only his second year. The guy is just a freak. It reminds me of DeMarcus Ware in many ways. Don't forget about Elvis. Elvis is alive. Elvis is alive in Denver, rushing at
All right.
I'm going Broncos. I think they're going to win comfortably. I think they're going to win by 10.
I think it's an exciting matchup here. Atlanta, there's a lot of, there's a big, bandwagon movement going on with the Falcons. However, I don't think you could ever go against Peyton Manning. So hands down, I'm always going to take the Broncos and Peyton Manning because he's Peyton Manning. Plus, he looks better in the commercials with Deion now than Eli. He took that job too.
Oh,
very nice, very nice.
And now, here's my guarantee.
Guarantee pick of the week.
A team from Ohio will not lose on Sunday.
Oh, so you're saying who's in Ohio? Cincy?
Cleveland is playing Cincinnati.
Oh, Jesus.
Does this include Cleveland Indians? No.
Ooh.
A football team. Okay.
Well, you said a guarantee. That's a guarantee.
The Buckeyes lose.
That's a good guarantee right there.
Yeah.
Tell the Pawnee Dragon the Buckeyes lose. Look at that.
I went a little different. I went for a singular game.
Well, who'd you pick?
I said a team.
You didn't pick
I said
anybody.
You said a guarantee. You said a guarantee.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
say.
true.
You didn't say pick a game. It could be like, oh, Tim Tebow throws a touchdown pass. That's
It's like saying a team on the bye week's not going to lose.
no. I'm saying no. You said a game. It didn't. If the game was being played, you can make a guarantee on that game.
I thought you said you was okay, Spider.
Yeah.
No, I thought you said you was okay,
Yeah.
Spider.
Cleveland said
No, I'm
Cincinnati
not okay,
plays this-
Spider. You're stuttering.
That is a guarantee. That is a guarantee.
All right.
You could pick that Tim Tebow could throw a touchdown pass on Sunday.
Bugs will guarantee that not one NFL team is going to lose from Ohio.
Muggsy picks that 16 NFL teams will win next week. Right? You're saying no ties.
Again, News Watch
My
16.
guarantee.
We got this, not you.
My guarantee of the week is the old Hard Knocks team, the Miami Dolphins, with their rookie quarterback Ryan Tannehill, who had a pretty subpar
So-so.
game week 1. They're playing the
Oakland.
Oakland Raiders. And I guarantee it, because Tannehill, I don't know if you've seen his wife. The girl is probably the most attractive person, human being, beyond the planet. I think him not wanting to show less value to her, he's going to lead this team to victory in the name of love. I like the Dolphins over the Raiders.
The Dolphins over the Raiders.
Dolphins over the Raiders.
So can I guarantee that the West Side Falcons are going to go 4-0 again this week against North Scranton?
You can do that. That'd be a
But
good
it's
one.
not the NFL. However, I am going to take my guaranteed game, and I'm going to take it serious, Mugs. And I am going to say that the New York Jets will beat the Pittsburgh Steelers
That is
in
the
a
most,
landslide.
that is the most hate. That's
Alright.
That's the
All right,
most.
you want me to guarantee a game?
Go.
You want me to guarantee a game, really? 49ers beat the Lions on Sunday Night Football. There's
Okay.
Ooh.
I gave you that.
I like that.
Alright, there you go.
49ers.
There's my guarantee.
Okay, so not one NFL team from Ohio will lose.
And we pretty much just talked Muggsy ended up being the only right guarantee, I think. with
Wait,
that.
did you say the Bengals are playing the Bengals?
Yeah.
Then one has to lose.
But you want to
Yeah.
you want me to pick a game? So there's my game. I don't care about the Bengals Browns.
He beat the system, man.
I'm about to go to Matty the Moose here, but I'm really confused. All right, well, we'll see how this turns out here. I think the Falcons in a landslide.
And
is
as
the best
always,
bet
I
of it.
guarantee the Dallas Cowboys win.
I
As
better
always.
guarantee
Well,
Counter
they're playing the
gets a fat lip
Seahawks,
if
of
she doesn't
course.
stop looking
They're
at me
going
like
back.
that.
They're going back to the place where Romo couldn't handle the field goal snap. There's a little redemption for you.
And he won't be the placeholder this week, I'll tell you that. I think that's it for us on this.
Yeah, we are way done here.
Coming up after the break, West Side Invaders quarterback Jordan McClough. You're watching MattyVision Sports Report. We
Hello.
dream big.
The difference between